Hi, my name is Paul Warren. I am a California probate attorney. I am a certified specialist by the State Bar of California. All I do is probate. So I'm here to talk to you about the probate process. If you inherit a house from mom, from dad, from uncle, it needs to go through probate. First of all, you know it needs probate because their mom and dad left no trust. So if there's no trust, you need a probate. Probate takes at least a year to do. So for example, on the screen, 1 year you start the probate, you don't get your money until a year later. You don't get the house until a year later. So let's say if you were to sell the house, you have a house to sell, if you wanted to sell the house in the probate process, what are the procedures, the process? Well, you would start with the probate petition, file it with the court, get a hearing date, and about 6-7 weeks later, there will be a court hearing date at the 2-month mark. At the 2-month mark, that's when you get letters and orders. Letters and orders is something that you must have to close a probate transaction to sell the house in escrow. So the key is, when you start the probate petition, you want to ask the judge for full authority versus limited authority. Full authority allows you to close the probate, to close that probate real estate transaction in about 3 months. Whereas limited authority, it's going to cost you a lot more money, and it takes about 8 months from the day that you start to the day that you sell the house, at least 8 months. Now, selling the house at 3 months, selling the house at 8 months, sometimes really matters, because if the house is empty, it's vacant, people vandalize it. People move in and pretend they're the owner. People rent it out. It's horrible. So if your goal is to sell the house, go with full authority. So how full authority works is in the probate petition, you want to convince the judge to give you full authority, appointing you that you have the power to sell this house without going to court confirmation. Okay? So if you have full authority, selling the house, it makes your life and the realtor's life a lot easier. It functions just like a regular transaction if it's full authority, okay? Of course, with all the legal paperwork from the probate court that a probate attorney would give you, but in essence, it's almost like a regular transaction, okay? If it's limited authority, there is a ton of procedures involved. For example, you got to publish in a newspaper, you got to have the buy, clear all contingency, just to show up in court 8 months later, and someone else can show up to outbid that original buyer. So when you are selling a house and you tell the original buyer that, hey, we want to sell this house, we'll accept your offer, but hey, you know what? Your offer might get outbid by someone else 9 months later. Most buyers not gonna like that, and if they don't like that, well, what happens to the price of your house? It's sort of diminished. So always go with full authority in selling a house. You can sell it for a better price, faster price, and it reduces all the liability associated with having a house that's empty. Okay? So probate normally takes about a year to do. So let's say if things goes well, it's full authority, you close escrow in about 3 months. In about 3 months from the day that you start the probate, okay, in about 3 months. So the house is sold. Now, why do you have to wait a year for probate to close to get your money? Well, because there's something known as the creditor's period that adds another 4 months. So 3 months to sell the house if it's full authority, another 4 months for creditor's claim, that's 7 months. The probate court wants to know, hey, are there creditors? Are there medical claims, the credit card company, and so forth. So 3 months to sell the house, full authority, 4 months for creditor's claim, that's 7 months. At the 7-month mark, we would have to file, we file the final petition, which takes another 3 months to get a court hearing date. So hence it's a 10 months to a year process. So look, having a trust is the best thing to avoid a probate, but if it's a probate, it's not a problem. Just make sure you have full authority versus limited authority to sell this house, and you can sell the house for a higher price for full authority, just because buyers out there are accustomed to buying a house in a regular format, okay? So when you turn this probate into a full authority, it allows the process to simulate what a regular transaction is like. So my name is Paul Horn. You can look me up on the internet, but my number is 562-474-1231, 562-474-1231. That's all I do here is probate. Thank you for watching this video.